Now, so now we'll see the remaining features now. Like as of now, we have discussed about the object creations and mapping the associations among the objects. It may be a lookup, it may be a master detail. Now, and we have discussed about the differentiations between the lookup and the master detail. Now we will see the few more features. Now, so now we will see the feature. How can we convert the lookup to master detail? And how can we convert master detail to lookup? Sometimes there is a need that initially the client asks us to prepare a lookup association where we have mapped that lookup association between the two objects and we are using that functionality. But in the later stages, the client asks us to change that association from lookup to master detail. Then how can we convert lookup to master detail? And how can we make it reverse back? Master detail.
Firoz,
yeah.
Firoz, I have a question on the master details, that the link which you sent us today.
Okay.
See, in lookup, first, if the records exist in the child table, we can add the lookup. The master detail, since the field is mandatory, so is there a way, like once I have already existing records in the detail table or child table, can I add a lookup relation? Sorry, not lookup, sorry, master detail?
If you're having the records inside that child object?
Yes.
Yeah. So at that time, it won't allow you to map the association with master detail. So for that, what needs to be done is, see, so when you come to the database programming, for example, I have the two tables are there. Now between those two tables, I would like to map the primary key. And I want to map that foreign key here. Like parent table is having some records, child table is also having some records. In the child table, I don't have any primary key here. Then I want to map that primary key on that child table, which is having some records inside this. Then how can we do that? Whenever you are trying to be creating the primary key on an object which is already holding some records, directly primary key cannot be acceptable. First of all, we have to create a column with not null constraint. And for each and every record, we have to provide some value in that column and then convert that not null to primary key. That possibility will be there. Like the same way here also. Okay, like the same way here also, whenever if you want to create the master detail association between the two objects where the child object is holding some records, at that time, first of all, we have to create that lookup association between the two objects and then map each and every child record with the associated parent and then convert that lookup to master detail. That possibility will be there to you.
Oh, okay.
Clear? See, I will show you practically now.
First, in that case, first we need to have a lookup field in the detail in the child table and fill all the data to the existing records.
Yes.
And then convert into the master detail.
Yes, correct.
Okay. And the other question I have in the shared, like yesterday you shared the session, right? The sharing rules, like in the lookup, the other day we talked about the lookup will have its own sharing rules, like the master has its own sharing rules, and the detail is also having its own sharing rules, since it's a created, like the owner is different for both the records, right?
Yes, yes.
And in the master details, also I have a question like, as a user one, I logged in and created a master table.
Okay,
Okay, in that case, the owner of that one is user one,
okay,
right?
okay. Yes, correct.
And I will log in as a user two, and I will create the detail record.
Okay.
Can I create? I can create still, right?
Yes, yes. You can create that.
So then the owner of the detail is user two, right?
Yes.
So will Salesforce allow? I did not try. Sorry, I did not. I should have tried today, but I was busy in the office, so I did not try. Salesforce will allow user one to delete the master record, and I mean, like, since the child record was created by user two, but user two is not logged in. User one logging in and deleting the master record.
Yes.
Is it possible?
Yeah, it's possible. So now at that time you should have the permission on that object. As a user one, you should be having the permission on that. Like whenever the two records are there, record one and the record two. Record one is the parent, record two is the child. Now
Uh-huh.
both are associated with the help of the master detail association.
Yes.
Whenever, even though the two records are created by the two different users, whenever you are mapping the master detail association between these two records, the child record, nothing but the record 2 will be comes under the controlling of record 1 automatically, because record 1 will be the parent. So that the parent will be the controlling for this record 2. So that if we remove that parent record, nothing but the record 1, automatically the child records also will be getting removed.
Oh, even without assigning that share, I mean, by default, the Salesforce will take
Yes.
care of the
Yes.
sharing rules.
Yeah, by default we'll be taking care of that. Let me show you here. See, for example, I'm having these two objects, positions and the candidate. When you go to that positions, it is having some set of positions are there. When you go to the candidates, we are having some set of candidates are there. Now, between these two, we are having the master detail association. Now, let me show you that master detail association here. Now, let's go to that schema builder. I'm having the hiring manager and the position.
I think you need to have a candidate, Firoz.
Yes,
It's
yes,
not
that's
there,
what.
right?
Yeah, it's not there. That's what I'm looking for this.
I think it's not. We did not create that candidate.
See, we have this candidate object, right?
Oh, okay. Sorry. I think we did not create association. Yeah. Sorry.
We have the association between these two as well. So now let me. So now we are having the association between the position and the candidate with the master detail. Between the hiring manager and the position, we are having the lookup association, which is going to be describing, this is the blue color is representing, this is a lookup association. And between the position and the candidate, we are having that master detail association, which is representing with a maroon color indication. Now we have the master detail association from candidate to position. Nothing but candidate is a child and the position is a parent. So now at that time, whenever if you're having the two records, one is the parent, second one is the child. Let's assume that I'm creating a new candidate record right now. Let me clone this one. So now I'm creating a new candidate record with the name some Sridhar. So now this candidate is going to be applying for a position. Select that lookup. You select the position to which he is going to apply. He is going to apply for a position called as some Java technical lead position. He's applying for the Java technical lead position. So now we have entered the remaining details, which is in some Hyderabad location. And then I'm specifying some contact email ID and the qualification, years of experience, technical skills, and everything I have selected over here. So now Java technical lead is a parent and the Sridhar is the candidate who has applied for that position. So now as soon as when you click on save button, the candidate record will be accepting here. The candidate record has been saved successfully now. So now let's go to that positions and I'm opening that position record. That is nothing but the Java technical lead. So this is the Java technical lead position. And then we are having that candidate. Now let's observe this one here. When you go to the Java technical lead, this is the parent record and then which is having that owner field. Okay, which is having that owner field. Now the training CIS batch user will be the owner for this. Now, when you go to that candidate record, in this candidate record, you don't have the owner field. You won't find the owner field. Why? Because is whenever you are creating a record which is associated with the parent with the master detail association, at that time the child record will be completely comes under the controlling of the parent record, so that owner will be not available for the child record. The owner is nothing but the parent will be the owner for the child record. That's what here, whenever you are going to be removing the parent record and all the associated child records will be getting removed by default when coming to the master detail. But if it is a lookup, we have observed whenever you are removing the parent record, only the parent record will be getting deleted and the child record will not be deleted. Child record will be existed as it is because the owner for the parent and the owner for the child will be different. But if it is a master detail, even though the owners will be different for the both the two records, but whenever you are mapping with the master detail association and the child will be completely going under the control of the parent. So that's what here it will be removing automatically by default upon removing the parent record. Okay.
So even if you logged with a different user also, the owner field will be not there in the child record.
Yes. Even though if you are logged in with a different user also, you cannot able to find out that owner field. That's what here. Whenever if you are getting the access on the parent record, then you will be getting the access on all the child records automatically.
I have some tricky question, Firoz.
Yeah.
Like the position, I mean, the candidate can have two parent and child, so two master detail records, right?
Parent?
It can be child for two tables, right? Two objects, right?
Two objects means?
No, in any given table, the maximum parent. I mean, the maximum. What is that like?
Maximum number of master detail associations will be two.
Maximum. Is it two?
Yes.
Okay. For candidate is the candidate is a child. Candidate will be child for two objects, right?
Yes, correct.
So how is that like I have two parents for the candidate,
Okay.
and I have to remove two records to remove the if I remove one record,
Yeah,
for
I will come to
example.
that point. I will come to that point. So now, because here we are having one
Okay.
session that is a many to many. There I will discuss about that point here.
Oh, you got one right, parent
Yeah,
one and parent two and child.
yes. Yeah, I got your point. Yeah, for
Oh,
that,
okay. That
we will be going to that mass many to many association. There I'm discussing about that point as well.
it comes and mended to many there.
Yes.
Okay.
Sir, one more question.
Yeah.
So, when do we use master detail relationship, and when we use lookup relationship?
See, so now it's purely depends on the need. Okay, it's purely depends on the need. Which depends on the business requirement. We have to go with this. See, sometimes we are going to be making that parent should be the mandatory. Sometimes the parent is not mandatory in some cases. So depends on the business need. They have given these two types of associations here. Basically, even though you are creating the lookup or you are creating the master detail, by default it is providing that foreign key field on the child object automatically. But when coming to the foreign key, it's not a mandatory. You may enter the parent record ID or you may not enter the parent record ID. Foreign key will be accepting the duplicate values as well as the null values also. You may supply the value, you may not supply the value. But here they have given the differentiations that sometimes we can able to make that foreign key value as empty, nothing but null. Sometimes we can make it as mandatory. That's what they have given the two types of associations to you. Lookup and the master detail.
Okay.
It's purely depends on the business need. We can't say if this is the case, we have to go with this lookup. This is the case, we have to go with this master detail. But whenever we are getting that requirement, we have to get that clarification that this will be mandatory, parent should be mandatory or not. Based on that, we can go with that either lookup or master detail.
Okay.
Now we will see how can we convert the lookup to master detail and the master detail to lookup associations. So now these are very important because when coming to the real business cases, we are getting these kind of requirements. Like after implementing that lookups, after some time, the client will ask us to make it as a master detail. Sometimes if I'm using the master detail already, but after some time they will ask us to change it to lookup. Then how can we do it here? So how can we convert from master detail to lookup and the lookup to master detail? Now we'll see practically here. So now let's see the first one. How can we convert lookup to master detail and master detail to lookup? Come to the first feature, converting master detail to lookup. Whenever if you want to convert the master detail to lookup, then directly we can able to convert from master detail to lookup. Because master detail is one field type, lookup is another field type. Nothing but just we are going to be changing the field type from master detail to lookup. In that lookup, parent is not mandatory, but in the master detail, selecting the parent is mandatory always. Without selecting the parent record, we cannot able to create our child records. Now, so for that here, how can we convert the master detail to lookup? We'll see. Converting the master detail to lookup is a straightforward. Straightforward feature. Then how can we convert? Now we will see here. So now we are having the two objects. Parent object is position and the child object is candidate. These are the two objects are available here. Between these two objects, we are having the association is master detail. So that the relationship field is available on the child object always. Nothing but relationship means just creating the foreign key. Always foreign keys has to be placed on the child object only, which is referencing the parent object primary key field. Now, so now between these two, we are having that master detail association. Then how can we convert this master detail to lookup? Now we will see. So for that, we are having this navigation here. Now click on the child objects tab name. Nothing but the functionality is we are having that master detail association between that parent and child. That relationship field is available on the child object. Go to the child object, go to that fields, identify that relationship field, open the field, convert that relationship, nothing but data type from master detail to lookup. That's it. Because we are changing the field type, that's it, from master detail to lookup. So that we have to go to the child object, go to those fields, open the field, and then change the field type from master detail to lookup. Then automatically it will be converting that here. Okay, now let's see the navigation process. Expand the first.com quick access menu. Click on view fields link. Go to the custom fields and the relationships section. Go to the master detail field and click on edit button and click on edit button. Click on change field type button. Select the field type as lookup relationship and then click on save button. Then automatically the field type will be getting converting from master detail to lookup automatically here. So if it is a lookup, then while creating the child record, no need to select that parent record mandatorily. Now let's see this practical implementation here. So now between these two objects right now, we are having that master detail association. Position to candidate, we are having that master detail association is there, which is representing with the help of a maroon color indication. So now I want to convert it as a lookup. Then how can we convert? Now we will see practically over here. So let's go to that candidate object. And then you will be having that association field is there. Nothing but this is a field position, which is a master detail field. Okay, which is a master detail field. Now let's open that field and then change the field type from master detail to lookup. Now let's see the practically here. Go to that candidate object. Go to that fields. Click on view fields from the first.com quick access menu. Go to the custom fields and the relationships, because this association is our custom association, because this object is a custom object, so that we have mapped the association by our own. So that go to that custom fields and the relationships section. Go to that field which is a master detail. Now we are having the field called as master detail field is available over here. Now this is the field which is having that association master detail with that position, nothing but it is a master detail association with the parent object called as position. Now open that field. The field information will be getting visible to you. Click on edit button. This is the field information will be getting visible to you. You will be having a button called as change field type. Okay, you will be having a button called as change field type. Click on change field type button. As of now, the field type is a master detail. Now it is in the master detail right now. And change it to lookup by selecting that lookup relationship type. Select that lookup relationship. Go to the next. Make it save. That's it, done. So now automatically the association has been mapped from master detail to lookup. Now let's see here. So now between these two objects, we're having the association as lookup. Nothing but this is a lookup association is available between these two objects here. Now let's go to your schema builder. Refresh this user interface. Now let's verify this association. Now between these two, we are having that lookup association right now here. This is the lookup association is available between these two objects. Like this way, we can able to convert that master detail to lookup directly. It's a straightforward thing. Just you can go to that field, change that field type from master detail to lookup. Automatically, it will be changing those relationship type as well. Now let's go to that records. I'm having that parent record, that is Java technical lead. Java technical lead will be having an associated candidate. Nothing but one candidate has been applied here, the Sridhar. Open that Sridhar record now. In that Sridhar record, you will be getting that owner field. So now the owner field is available. Previously, the owner field is not available because this child record will be completely controlling under that parent here. Now, so now, but now in this case, if it is a lookup, child and the parent both will be having their own independent security settings and the sharing settings. That's what here, whenever you are deleting the parent record, only parent will be affected, child record will not be affected. Now let's see the next feature here. The converting master detail to lookup we have done. Now the second process is converting lookup to master detail. How can we convert the association from lookup to master detail? Now we will see practically here. Now, for example, inside this candidate object, I'm creating one record, one child record. Now position and the candidate both are having that lookup association right now. So that I'm creating a child record. In that lookup association, while creating the child record, selecting the parent is not a mandatory field. It's an optional. You may select the parent, you may not select the parent. It's up to you. So now based on that scenario, I'm creating a new child record. Let's click on new button to create a new candidate record. So now I'm creating a new candidate record, some Prashant. I'm creating a new candidate record with the name Prashant. I'm entering some PAN number. He is associated with some Chennai. The passport number, I'm entering some value. And the position, it's not a mandatory to select that field because lookup field is a mandatory right now because between these two, we are having that lookup association. I'm not selecting any lookup here. Current CTC, I'm entering some value like some 5 lakhs. Expected CTC, 8 lakhs. Contact email ID, I'm entering some value. Prashant@some gmail.com. And the contact number, I have entered that contact number value. Qualification, he is associated with that MSc. Years of experience is some 3 years. Now, he is having the experience on Apex programming. He is having the experience on Core Java. And he is having the experience on Salesforce CRM. And he is having the experience on Visualforce also. So now this candidate is from the Salesforce background. So now here, when coming to the child record, Prashant, now Prashant is not selecting any position here. Why? Because this is a lookup association. Selecting the position record, nothing but the parent is optional to us. So that I'm not selecting any parent record right now. Simply I'm saving this record. Okay, simply I have saved the record. My record has been accepted here. Okay, my record has been accepted. When you go to the candidates, we are having so many candidate records are available. Now these are the various candidate records are there. So now from these candidate records, now most of the candidates has been applied for a position. Nothing but each and every candidate has applied for a position. Nothing but position for which he has applied. But the Prashant is not applied for any position here. Just he has created his candidature. That's it. He haven't applied for any position as of now. Now this position field is empty right now. He haven't applied for any position right now. Nothing but I'm having some records inside my child object where few child records are associated with the parent and few child records are not associated with any parent here. Now let's try to convert the master detail lookup to master detail here. Let's see. Whenever you are trying to be converting the lookup to master detail, in this case, it won't allow you to convert lookup to master detail by default. Why? Because if it is a master detail, then what is the fundamental rule? Whenever you are going to be having the master detail association between the two records inside the objects, at that time, every child record has to be get associated with a parent record. So now at that time, if you are going to be converting the lookup to master detail, it will verify whether each and every child record has been associated with a parent or not. If each child record has been associated with a parent record, then only it will be allowing you to convert that lookup to master detail, or else it won't allow you to convert that master detail association. So this is the logic is available here. If it is a master detail to lookup, directly straightforward, we are converting simply by changing that field type. Now, in this case, now I'm trying to be converting the same thing. Let's observe what will happen here. So now I want to convert the lookup to master detail. Let's go to that fields. Go to the view fields and go to that association field type, that is nothing but the lookup field, which is a position. Now currently this is having that lookup association right now. I want to convert it as master detail. Click on edit link beside this. Now as of now, this is having the lookup association. The current data type is the lookup. Now which is associated with an object called as related object called as position. Nothing but this is a candidate object which is associating with the position with the lookup data type. Now I'm converting from lookup to master detail now. Click on change field type. Currently this is associated with the lookup. Now I want to convert it as master detail, so that select the master detail relationship. Go to the next button, make it save. Observe what will happen now. It is giving that error message to you that we cannot create the master detail relationship right now. Now why? Because is here they have given that information. You cannot create a new master detail relationship on an existing custom object if records already exist. This point we have discussed. Now, so now here then what will be the solution for this here? Do I need to remove all the records? No, I don't want to remove all the records here. Because here, when coming to the master detail association, we cannot create a master detail association on an object which is already holding some records inside it. For example, I'm having a table which we have created since a very long time. During that requirement, the client asked us to create a table. We have created the table. We are using the table since almost 2 years. We have stored some millions and millions of records inside it. So now at that time, the relationship is not required. We have to make it as an independent, so that we have created the table at that time. Now we are using that. It is working fine. No issues with that. But now the business process has been changed. Okay, the business process has been changed. Now the client is asking me to map that master detail association now. Then at that time, what we can do? It is not allowing to create the master detail. Then do we need to remove that records? No, I don't want to remove those records here. So for that, they have given that alternative solution to you. So what is that here? You must first create a lookup association. Nothing but first of all, you have to create a lookup association between those objects, and then populate the lookup field value data in all the records. Nothing but make each and every child record to be associated with a parent, and then convert that relationship field from lookup to master detail, and then change the relation type to master detail. The same functionality available when coming to your database also. Already we have discussed just now. Like if you want to create a primary key field on an object which is already holding some records inside it, it won't allow you to create, database won't allow you to create the primary key field on that object which is already holding some records. First of all, we have to create the field with not null constraint and then provide the value for each and every field, and then we can convert that not null to primary key. Directly it won't allow you here. Like the same process is available here also. First of all, we have to create the lookup association and then map each and every child record to be associated with a parent and then convert that lookup to master detail. These are the steps are available while converting lookup to master detail. Now, make a note of it here. Upon converting the lookup to master detail, we have to make sure each child record should be associated with a parent record. Associated with a parent record. And then convert the field type from lookup to master detail. So this is the rule here. This question is very, very important. This is a certification question also here. The first step is we have to make sure each child record should be associated with a parent, and then we have to change that field type from lookup to master detail. So now then how can we convert the lookup to master detail? Now we will see. So now in this case, we are having these two objects are there. The navigation is same. Just we are changing that association from lookup to master detail. The parent object is position and the child object is candidate. Now the current association is lookup association. So now go to that child objects tab name. Go to the first.com quick access menu and go to that associated fields and go to that lookup field now and click on that edit button. Change the field type from lookup to master detail. That's it. The same steps we are going to following right now, but now we are selecting as master detail. Let's see here. So now as of now, it is not allowing to move from lookup to master detail right now. But now here what is the limitation is we have to go to the child object, make sure every child record has been associated with a parent record or not. Now let's see. In that child object, we are having so many records are available, but this is one record, nothing but the Prashant record. Prashant is a candidate who is not applied for any position, nothing but he did not selected any parent record. So now select that parent record now. I'm selecting the position as some SAP FICO consultant. Now save it. Now, so now here we have selected the parent here, the SAP FICO consultant. He has applied for a position right now. So now when you verify all these candidate records, each and every candidate has applied for the position here. These are the positions for which the candidate has applied as of now here. So now each and every child record has been associated with a parent record right now. Now let's convert the lookup to master detail. Go to that candidate object now. Go to the fields. Go to the custom fields and the relationships section. Go to that association field, that is nothing but the position field. Now as of now it is having the lookup right now. Now click on edit button in order to change the settings of the field. Now currently it is associated with the lookup association, nothing but the data type is lookup, and it is associated with a parent object called as position. Now I want to change that field type from lookup to master detail. Then click on change field type button. Currently this is associated with the lookup. Select the association as master detail. Select the association as master detail. Now go to the next button, make it save. It is going to be changing the relationship from lookup to master detail. Now let's see. Now it is having the association with position object with the master detail association. Nothing but lookup to master detail also we have changed right now. Let's go to your schema builder. Previously it is having that lookup between the position and the candidate. Just refresh this page. Now it is giving that association, master detail association between the position and the candidate, where position is the parent and the candidate is the child to you. So now where we can able to convert from lookup to master detail and from master detail to lookup also. That possibility is available. But converting master detail to lookup is a straightforward option. Directly we can change the field type from master detail to lookup. But whenever you are making it reverse, lookup to master detail, at that time, please make sure each and every child record should be associated with a parent. Then only we can convert lookup to master detail. This is the one fundamental rule. We have to remember that. This is a certification question also. It's very, very important. Now let's see here. Few more functionalities. So now as of now, we have discussed about the association, lookup and the master detail. Okay, lookup and the master detail here. So now whenever you are trying to be implementing the functionalities here, like as if you want to create some parent records, we can create the parent record first and then create the child records next. Like as one parent can have the multiple child records as well. So now let's see here. What is the association between the existing objects in Salesforce? For example.
Firoz, question, Firoz.
Yeah.
Like, are we going to discuss the roll-up summary fields in the master?
Yeah. We are going to discuss about that also.
No, because in the yesterday session that in the recording that we are going to do the roll-up summary. I just wanted to. I mean, I know you're going to do it, but just wanted to touch base.
Yeah, we are going to discuss about that also. Now, so
Firoz,
now
Firoz, what happens if there are like thousands of child record which don't have association with master record? Then how we gonna do it?
See, so at that time we can able to update all those child records with the associated parents by using the data loader also. You are having a data loader tool where we can able to import and exporting the records in a single shot. Just we can able to specify, to which the parent record you want to make it associated, dump in a single shot, and then we can able to convert that lookup to master detail.
So if I am using the data loader, then I have to use on a child record?
Yes, on the child records we have to make it associated.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
So are we going to cover the data loader, bulk loader also?
Yes, okay. Data loader also. We are going to cover that.
Okay.
Now, so now let's see this functionality here. Now, here I'm going to discuss about one more feature to you when coming to the associations. See, so now we are having that positions, we are having the candidates. Let's observe this one. We are having that positions which are having the different statuses. Okay, closed status, in progress status, on hold, closed, some positions are in progress, and like that, everything here. So now totally how many position records are available? We are having some set of positions, like totally 9 positions are there. From these 9 positions, 1, 2, 3 positions are already closed. Okay, 3 positions are already closed. Now I will show you a small option here. Let's see practically. This is very, very important. Now whenever I'm trying to be creating a new position record, okay, sorry, the new candidate record, now this person is going to be applying for a position. Okay, this person is applying for a position. Now click on lookup. Okay, click on lookup. It is providing all the position records to you. Okay, from that positions you can select to which position you want to make it apply. So now it is populating all the positions names to you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All the 9 positions are populated here. So now, why do we need to populate all the 9 positions? Because from those 9 positions, 3 positions are already closed. Let's see. Now 3 positions are having the status as closed. Now my requirement is here. I don't want to make it visible this closed records here. Whenever the candidate is going to be applying for a position, always he has to apply for a position which is in not yet closed. Okay, not yet closed. But for the closed position, he cannot apply any position right now. The candidate cannot submit the candidature for a closed position because the position has been already closed. Because already we have identified the candidates. Already we have recruited the resources for the candidate, so that no need to apply any candidate right now. Then how can we restrict this visibility of this closed record here? So for that, when coming to these associations, we are having a feature called as lookup filter configurations. Okay, we are having a feature called as lookup filters configuration. So what exactly the lookup filter configuration here? So then how can we customize that? Now we will see practically. This is very, very important when coming to the implementations. Now, whenever you are using this lookup symbol, now this is the lookup. Now this lookup is doing what? When you click on that lookup, it is going to be pointing to the parent object. In that parent object, whatever the records are there, it is populating all the records to you over here. So now from these records, we have to select any of the parent record to which you want to make it associated. So at that time, I don't want to populate all the records. I want to make it filter. Okay, I want to make it filter by adding some user-defined conditions. Then how can we make this lookup filter configurations? Now we will see practically over here. Now, so now this is the lookup filter here. Now this is a lookup filter which is available inside this, the candidate object here. Now let's go to that field. This is the field name is some position. Go to the view fields. Open that field now. Click on edit. Click on edit. So now when you come to this, you will be having a section called as lookup filter. Okay, you have a section called as lookup filter. Nothing but when you click on that lookup icon, it is populating all the records to you. Nothing but what it will do internally, it will be executing a select statement. It will getting all the records. But what I want to do, while fetching the records, I want to add a condition, nothing but a where clause along with that select statement. So then how can we add that condition in order to filter the records? Now we will see. Because whenever the new candidate is going to be submitting a profile, his candidature, then it is populating all the position records which are not yet closed and which are closed also. But I don't want to display that closed position records. He can able to apply for only the position which are not yet closed. For that here, I don't want to show that closed position records here. So for that, I'm going to be adding a filter. While displaying that position records, it should not display the closed positions. Then how can we add the filters? Now we will see. Go to that lookup filter section. It is having a small link show filter settings. Expand it. Now it is asking us to add that conditions here. Based on which field you want to make it add the conditions. Now the filter criteria. So now I'm going to be adding the condition based on a field name and an operator and a value. Okay, and a value. So now we can specify the value with which you want to make it associated. So now I'm adding that field in that position object. In that position object, I want to apply the condition on the field called as position status field. Position status field. And now inside that, in that position object, position status field is not equals to the value called as closed. Nothing but what happened, I am going to be adding a new conditions in that select statement that please fetch only those position records information whose status is not yet closed. Okay. So now whose status not equals to the closed status. If you want to show any option here, like as if you want to show that, see, for example, whenever the candidate person is going to be, click on this lookup, it is providing some information here. Not just it will be having a lookup dialog to you. In that lookup dialog, we don't have any headings over here, but I want to show some information. Now please select a position to apply. Here I want to show some message here. If you want to show any text, if you want to show any label over here, then we can able to add that label. Now let's go to that here. Specify the label here. This is the label. Please select the position to apply. Okay, please select the position to apply. So now, along with that, I want to show that message here. Okay, in the lookup window text, I want to show that message. Click on save. Now we have added a lookup filter that the filter criteria is it is going to be fetching only those position records from the position object whose position status is not equals to closed. Now let's see. Now come to this option right now here. Now refresh this user interface. Click on this lookup. Observe how many position records are available right now. How many positions are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nothing but 3 positions are not displayed. Why? Because these are already closed. Nothing but closed position records will not be populated here. Nothing but we are going to be eliminating that inconsistent information. So now it is giving the message to you here. Please select the position to apply. Whatever the header information that you want, we can able to display that header information also, so that we can indicate to that user. So now these are the list of open positions are there. So please select any of the position to which you want to apply, to which you want to submit your candidature. Like that here, we can able to filter those records information also here. The possibility is available. No need to show or no need to populate all the values. We can able to populate only those values also itself here. So for that, we can able to configure that lookup filter configurations. Now, make a note of it here. Lookup filter configurations. Lookup filters are used to restrict the visibility of the parent records based on the user defined conditions. Based on the user defined conditions. We can add the conditions based on the required field, based on our required field. So now then how can we add this one? Let's take that use case. So what we have discussed just now. Upon creating the candidate record, we have to select the position whose status is not closed. So for that, we are going to be adding that steps. Now click on the Child Objects tab. Expand force.com quick access menu. Click on View Fields link. And the third one is go to Custom Fields and the Relationships section. go to that association field. For example, in our case, that is a position. And the fifth one is click on edit button. And go to that lookup filters section. Expand the lookup filter settings. And then specify field name and the position objects, position status field, not equals to closed. Click on save button. So next the observation is upon click on lookup field, while creating the child record, it will populate only those positions which are not closed. The records has been, we can able to filter those records also with the help of lookup filter configurations. So this is a very, very important feature that we have in our relationships. Now we will see the few more features in this relationships concept here. Like the next one. Now we are going to discuss about the one more association, many-to-many association. What exactly the many-to-many association? How to map the many-to-many association? Now we will see practically here. For example, I have the two objects. Okay, let's say I have two objects. The first object is like as some book object where I'm having some set of fields inside this. So for that each and every book, I'm having the ISBN number. This is a unique identification number for my book. And after that, I'm having the title for the book. I'm having the title for the book. And after that, I'm having that unit price. Okay, unit price of the book. So now these are the three columns are there inside my table. Inside my table, I'm having three columns are there. So now this is my table now. So now these are the three columns are there inside my table right now. So now this table is a books table. So now inside this book table, I'm going to be storing some collection of records inside this. I'm storing some collection of books information inside this. I'm having few books whose IDs are some 10001. This is the first book ID, and which is having some title, like some Java programming. And the price is It is of cost of some $150. And the second book, 10002, and this is in some Java in nutshell. Java in nutshell, and this is of cost of $200. 10003, we are having one more book, that is Oracle PLSQL. So now this is of cost some $300. 10004, I'm having some C# programming. This is of cost some $275. I'm having one more book, 10005, which is having some book called as some C programming, which is of cost some $110. These are the various books are available inside my book table here. So now, if there is a book, then the book has been prepared by some others. Without a other, we cannot prepare the books. So that we are having a other table is also there. We are having another table. So now I do assume that this is my other table right now here, where I'm going to be storing some others information inside this. For every other, I'm having some ID. In order to identify each and every other, I'm going to be having that ID here. So now this is my other table. So now for every other, I'm having an ID, unique identification number. That is the other ID. And along with that, for every other, I'm having a name of the other, and the country to which he is associated. So now these are the fields are available here. These are the fields are available inside my table. Now for my other table, I'm having these values are there. So now for every other, I'm having the other ID and the name and the country. We are having some others are there, like I'm storing some others information now. So these are the others available inside my others table now. The first other is having the ID for some 40001. The other name is some John. He is associated with some country USA. 40002, his other ID, and he is some pressman. He is also associated with some USA. 40003, he is some O'Reilly. He is from some Australia. He is from some Australia. And we are having 40004. So now he is some Yashwant Kanitkar. He is from some India. We are having 40005. Some Smith. He is from some UK. 40006. We are having some Balaguruswamy. He is from some India. So now these are the various others are available here. So now tell me, between these others and the books, how can we map the association here? What kind of association is available here? Whenever you are preparing a book, how many others can we have? Only one, or multiple others can we have? Now observe this one here. When coming to the books, okay, when coming to this book, the Java programming. When coming to the Java programming book, this Java programming book has been prepared by the various others. Like John has prepared this John has participated while preparing this Java programming book. So now John has participated while preparing this Java programming book. Not only this John, we are having Yashwant Kanitkar. Yashwant Kanitkar also participated while preparing this Java programming book. And then, along with this Yashwant Kanitkar, Pressman also participated while preparing this Java programming book. Nothing but 3 others are there for this book, Java programming. For the Java in nutshell here. Now this Java book has been prepared by the Pressman, nothing but will prepare this Java in nutshell book. Now the Pressman has participated while preparing this book. And along with that, Balaguri also participated while preparing this Java in nutshell book. Now, Oracle PLSQL. Now, while preparing this Oracle PLSQL book, Balaguri also has participated while preparing this book. And the John also has participated while preparing this book. And the Smith also participated while preparing this book. When coming to the C# programming, who really has prepared that C# programming book? Along with O'Reilly, Balaguri also participated while preparing the C# programming book. And Yashwant Kanitkar also participated while preparing this book here. Now the C programming book. Whenever we are preparing the C programming book, Balaguri has prepared that C programming book. And along with that, Smith also has participated while preparing this book. And the O'Reilly also participated while preparing this book here. So now observe this association here. What kind of associations that we have? So now when you consider the book and the other, if I'm considering that book table as a parent, now observe what is the association here. So now book is only one, but others are many. Nothing but one to many is available. Suppose if I'm considering other as the parent, then other is one, books are many. Nothing but here also we are having one to many association. Nothing but from both the sides we are having one to many association is available, which is called as many to many association here. Then how can we implement this many to many association? How to do this one here? For example, I'm making this book as the parent. I'm making this book as a parent. And other as a child. I'm assuming this one. I'm assuming this other as a child object here. So now book is the parent and the other is the child. Whenever you are mapping the association between these two objects, then how can we map? We have to create a common column. Nothing but one additional column we have to create to store that parent record name. Nothing but the parent record ID. So for that here, I'm creating a new column here. I'm creating a new column inside the child. So now in this child, I'm going to be creating a new column to store that parent record ID here. So now for that, I'm going to be giving the name as the other ID. Sorry, the book ID. I'm giving that name as book ID. So now let's see here. Come to this scenario. Now I am assuming that book table is the parent and the other is the child. Now always the relationship field should be there on the child table only. This is the fundamental rule. Now come to this object here. The first record 4001, John has participated while preparing the book Java programming. Java programming book ID is 13001. So that here I'm adding that 13001. Now, after that, John not only participated while preparing the Java programming book, John has participated while preparing the Oracle PLSQL book also here. Now then where we can store this 13003 here? Because Oracle PLSQL programming is having that ID as 13003. But in this field, okay, in this book ID field, we can able to store only one value, not the multiple values here. Then at that time, what we can do? Do I need to add this number of columns inside this? No, I don't want to waste the multiple columns here. Might be my assumption may be wrong. I have assumed that book table is the parent and the other table is the child. So might be my assumption may be wrong. So I need to make it as reverse here. Now let me make it as reverse here right now. So now in this case, I'm going to be removing this one. Might be my assumption may be wrong. So that I have removed this one. Now I am going to be making this other table as the parent and the book table as the child. Now let's see. I'm making this other as the parent and the book table as the child table here. Here's the parent table and here's the child table. We have to create that relationship field. I'm creating a relationship field in the book table now. So now I'm adding a new field over here. I'm adding a new field where I'm going to be storing that value as Aadhaar ID. To which Aadhaar this book has been associated. So now come to the first book here, Java programming. Java programming book has been prepared by the three others, John, and the second link is Pressman, and the third one is Yashwant Kanitkar. Now I want to store that ID here. Now first of all, I'm storing the ID of that John, 40001. Now I have stored that. Now inside a single field, we can able to store only one value, not the multiple. But we are having two more others are also there for the same book here. Then where we can store these remaining two others IDs? That will be difficult here. Nothing but what happened, whenever I'm trying to be using this book also as a child, I'm facing some difficulty here. Previously, we have assumed that Aadhaar as the child, but now I have assumed that book as a child. In both the cases, I'm unable to implement this association. So now in this kind of scenario here, whenever you are trying to be having the many-to-many association between the two objects, many-to-many association will not be possible between the two objects directly. Many-to-many association will not be possible between the two objects directly. Then how can we implement that here? So for that, we have to use a third object as a junction object. Now this question is very, very important in the interview point of view as well as in the certifications also. Now, many-to-many association is not possible between the two objects directly. Between the two objects directly. We have to map the association. We have to map the association by using a junction object. By using a junction object. So now what exactly is junction object here? Junction object is nothing but a mediator object between these two, which act as a mediator between both the parents. Both the parent objects here. So now at that time, what happened here? How can we create this junction object here? Junction object should be prepared. Junction object is nothing but a child object. Nothing but a child object to both the parents. To both the parents, which should be associated with two master detail associations. With the two master detail associations. So nothing but what happened here, we need to create a junction object. Directly, it is not possible to map the many-to-many association between the two objects directly here. So at that time, we have to use a junction object. Okay, we have to use a junction object here. Now the junction object has to be get prepared with the help of the two master detail associations. So now in this case, then what we can do over here. So now for that here, I'm going to be creating a new junction object right now. Create a new junction object. So this is the junction object I'm creating right now. In this junction object, I'm going to be adding some set of fields. I'm adding these fields. So now these are the various fields I'm adding inside this junction object right now. So now here I'm going to be adding these fields inside this. This junction object should be always a child to that both the parents here. Because here previously we have considered book is the parent, and then sometimes we have verified that other is also parent. Both are not possible here. I'm unable to achieve this association here. At that time, what we can do, we have to make this both are the parent here. Nothing but in this case, we are going to be making this both are the parents. So now this is also a parent. This is also the parent. So now both the tables are also the parent tables. Now we are going to be creating a child table right now here. Now this is the child, nothing but a junction table. A junction table. Junction table is nothing but a child which will be associating with both the parent tables automatically here. Then how can we associate? By using a relationship field. What is that relationship field that we have to use in the many-to-many? Always we have to use a master detail association to make the association with both the parents itself. So now for that, we have to specify the two master detail associations here. So now it will be having the association with the other object, so that it has to store that the book ID, and then it has to store that other ID. And additionally, we can able to store some fields like some number of pages. How many pages are available inside this book? So now this parent should be, this child record object should be having the association with both the parents also. So now it should be having the association now. This field should be associated with this parent. And then along with that, this field should be having the association with this particular parent field, other ID. This is having that association with that other ID also automatically. So now here it is going to be mapping that association over here. It is having that association right now. So now both should be getting associated right now. The book ID is associated with the ISBN number of the book table, and the other ID is associated with that other ID column of that other table right now. So now here, both are having that master detail associations. Okay, both are having that master detail association. So this is also a master detail association. And this is also a master detail association. Nothing but two master detail associations we are creating inside that junction object here. Now then, how can we map these records? Now come to the first record here, 10001. So now this is the first record that we have right now here. The first record ID is, the first book ID is 10001. Now this book has been prepared by whom? This book has been prepared by the John, nothing but 40001. The other ID is 4001. And the number of pages are, I'm specifying this number of pages are some 400 pages. And along with that, the same book has been prepared by nothing but some more others are also participated while preparing the same book. 13001. Now the same book has been participated by the 4002, nothing but 4002, nothing but the pressman, and the number of pages are same. And the same book, one more other is available here, like as the Yashwant Kanitkar, that is 43004. Now the number of pages are 400. And after that, come to the second book here. The second book has been prepared here. Who has participated while preparing the second book? Second book is some 13002. This has been prepared by the pressman 43002, and the number of pages are some 550 pages. The same book has been prepared by one more other, that is some Balaguri Swami, some 43006. Now the number of pages are some 550. Like that, here we can able to map that association also here. Like that, we can able to map that association also.
Firoz?
Yeah.
These two objects are related, but the question like I got is like I got this, like if two objects are related and if it is many to many, we need to create a intermediate table that is like that's database concepts. Right? But in Salesforce, we have a two master detail loop relation. For example, if you take the position is the candidate is a child of a position, and the candidate could be a child of another record, like for example, like object some X.
Okay.
So these object X and the position are not related, but in the candidate I made as two master detail. In that scenario, I am not clear. Right now, these two records, these two tables are related, and we are creating intermediate table. So, do we have that kind of a scenario?
See, so these two tables, book and the other, both are not associated. Nothing but we have some information is there, but inside this, but we cannot able to map the association directly. Why? Because is whenever you are storing that book information along with that book data, we have to store that associated others information. But we could not able to add, because here in a single field we can able to add only one other ID, but we are having multiple others are there for a single book. That's what here we are not mapping the association between the book and the other directly. There is no association is there. These two are independent. To make these two associated, we have used a third object, nothing but a junction object. With that junction object, we can able to map the association between these two. Okay. So now in this scenario here, I have a question. For example, I have removed this Java programming record. What will happen? This is a common question in every interview, that if whenever you are having the master detail association inside this particular scenario, if I'm removing the parent record, then what about the child record here? I'm removing that Java programming record here in that book table. Then what will happen?
I think you cannot delete, because it is associated, like the child record associated in the other table, right? So
no. So now in this case, whenever you are removing the parent record, as per the master detail functionality, it will be removing the associated parent child records inside the child table automatically.
Yes.
Okay. Now, whenever I'm removing that parent record, that is Java programming, from the book table, automatically all the associated child records from the child table will be getting removed by default. For example, the second scenario, if I'm removing a parent record from the other table, then whatever the entries are associated with this particular other table, inside the child, all these entries will be getting removed. Nothing but if you are deleting the parent record from any of the table, any of the parent table, the associated child records will be getting removed from the child object automatically. So this is the functionality that we have. Okay, this question is very, very important in the entry point of view also. Upon removing a parent record from any of the table, then the associated or the corresponding child records in the child table will be getting removed by default. Okay, now let's make a note of it here. Upon removing the parent record from any of the parent object, the associated child records from the junction object will get removed automatically. This functionality is very, very important here. So now this is the concept of junction object. Junction object is very, very important in the interview point of view as well as in the certification also here. How to map many-to-many association, how to achieve the many-to-many association. For that, we have to use a junction object between those two.
Is there another name for this junction object, or is it just...
Yeah, you can give any name. See, while creating the table, we are giving some name, right? We are calling it as junction, but we can give any name, whatever you want.
No, what I was saying, like, what do you call this as, just junction object, or you call it intersection or something? That's how... that's what I was saying. Like, is it like, is this the the terminology we use in Salesforce? Yes. Junction table, yeah. Junction object.
Yeah, in Salesforce, we are going to be referring it as junction object.
Junction object. Okay. All right. Got it. Yeah.
Okay. So now in tomorrow's session, we are going to discuss about the feature called as the roll-up summary fields. What exactly the roll-up summary field? And what is the use of the roll-up summary field? How can we create that roll-up summary fields? We'll see practically. And along with that, we are going to be discussing about the associations among the standard objects. What are the standard objects that we have in Salesforce, like as account and the contact and the opportunity and the campaign, like that? What is the associations among those objects here, whether it is a lookup or master detail? Then if it is a lookup and master detail, then what is the functionality? You are aware of that. Then what kind of associations are available between those standard objects? We'll see practically also in tomorrow's session. That is very, very important. In the entry point of view, definitely they will raise what is the association between account and contact? What is the association between account and case? What is the association between contact and opportunity? What is the association between the contact and the campaign? What is the association between the opportunity and the product? Like that, there is some associations are available, some standard associations. We'll see practically in tomorrow's session. That will be very, very important to us.
Sarosh,